Welcome, fellow Bible interpreter, to the How to Use the Expository Learning website instructional video. This video will give you an overview of the site, walking you through the use of the chronological flowchart and the 11-step Bible study process. You will see how to navigate the site, use the embedded videos and Bible study tools, take notes, and complete structured exegesis. Let's get started. Once you have created your account and logged in, you arrive at the Welcome page. On the Welcome page, you'll see general information about the app. After reviewing the information, you can select the Start Expository Learning button, which takes you to the home page. If you do not want to view this page again, check the box at the bottom of the page that says, "Don't show this page again." On the home page, to the left, you have the navigation panel, and in the main view, the chronological flowchart. If you click any of the shapes on the flowchart, a video will play. For instance, Pray for Guidance will pull up a video on Pray for Guidance. On your cell phone, you will have to actually start the video. You can select any of these shapes, and a video will play. If the video is not clear, you can click the little gear icon button in the bottom right corner of the video and change the quality by selecting the highest quality available. Once you have watched the videos, you can start or resume a study or review completed studies. We will start a new study by clicking the Start or Resume Study button. In the upper right-hand corner of the My Active Studies page, it says Start New Study. Click that, and it will load a new study. Notice over on the left-hand side, the Study Steps menu has expanded to show you all 11 steps in the navigation panel. You can use the navigation panel to go to the steps as you desire. The proper way to use the site is to begin with the first step and go step by step through the process. In the first panel, you see Pray for Guidance, and there's information provided to help you with this step. You are encouraged to record your prayer in the box provided. It automatically saves, as will all the notes. Click the yellow Next button at the top or bottom of the page, and you move to the next step, which is Select the Passage. Here you will be able to select the passage by clicking on the Book box. Old and New Testament books are included. You can select any passage that you choose. Let's use Genesis for this study. Next, enter the chapter number you want, the verse number you want, and how far you want to go in that chapter or the range. Press Select Passage, and the passage displays on the right-hand side in the default version, which is the American Standard Version, or ASV. There are also several suggested passages for study on this page in case you don't have a particular passage that you want to study. Below the passage display, there are some additional selection tips. Once you select your passage, click Next, and you are taken to the Read Multiple Versions step, which is Step 3. Here, you can change the passage as well as the version. We will change the version from the ASV to the ESV, and it will load. Now you have the two versions side by side, where you can read them and note any differences that you notice. If you want to add a different version, you can do that as well. Let's add the World English Bible and compare it with the ESV. You can use multiple versions and see how the versions compare. Record your observations in the section called Reading Notes. Take notice of the reasons in the Why Read Multiple Versions box. Then scroll down to click the Next button at the bottom of the page to move to the Observe the Details step. This is an extended version of what you were doing in the previous step. It allows you to make even further observations as you compare the versions. Once you've made your observations, move on to the next step, which is the Identify the Context step. In this step, there is a tool you can use to help you identify the context. Before you go there, read the contextual notes. These are important contextual nuggets that you need to know to truly get an understanding of what the passage meant to its original audience. Click the References button, which opens the Blue Letter Bible to the dictionary page. You will find several sources that you can use for your research. For instance, use the encyclopedia or a Bible dictionary to find information to get a better understanding of the context. Once you have read through your chosen sources and taken notes on what you've learned, move back to the Context Research Record box and record what you have found. Save that and move to the next step, which is Define Major Words. Look at the instructions on how to conduct a word study before using the word study tool. Clicking the yellow button takes you to the Blue Letter Bible interlinear page, where you'll find the Hebrew text for this particular passage. If it were in the New Testament, it would be the Greek text. The English words that are associated with the texts are listed in the box below the Hebrew text. Do word studies by clicking on the numbers beside the English words and reading the information on each word. Only study significant words, such as words with theological meaning or those you do not understand. Record what you learn in the Word Study Notes box. Once you have completed the word studies, save the note and move to the next step. The next step is Study Grammar and Syntax. Go back and look at the video that is associated with this step on the chronological flowchart. You'll find some important information there on the significance of studying grammar and syntax. 2 tips are listed on this page. Look at those before you begin your study. Click the yellow button, and once again you will be taken to the interlinear page on the Blue Letter Bible. Look where it says Parsing. Whatever words or phrases you are studying can be analyzed by clicking on Parsing. You will find how the word or phrase is used, what type of word it is, and other key information on usage. That information is very important as you are studying a verse or verses in context. Once you've gotten the information, go back to the Grammar Analysis note box and record it there. All the information that you are gathering is going to come together to help in your interpretation. That's what we're moving toward. Now move to the 8th step, which is cross-reference concepts. Every Bible passage contains key concepts worth tracing throughout Scripture. For instance, love is a concept throughout the Bible. You may want to research the love cross-references through the Bible to see the context in which it is used and get a greater understanding of its meaning and usage. When you click the yellow button, you'll be taken to the Blue Letter Bible Treasury of Scripture page. The Treasury of Scripture lists cross-references for key passage concepts. For example, in our passage In the Beginning, links related verses, as does God created the heaven and earth. Study the cross-references to deepen understanding of concepts in the study passage. Record insights in the cross-reference study note box. Review the provided tips for guidance. Move to the next step, which is Define Main Idea. Read the instructions and checklist for help on this step. Clicking the yellow button will take you to the Blue Letter Bible Commentaries page. Use some of the commentaries that are available to help you formulate the main idea of the passage. You are trying to identify the central theme or message the author is communicating. Record your main idea statement in the box provided. It could be a couple of sentences, but it should be at least one complete sentence. Move to step 10, which is Interpret the Meaning. Here you are going to have to pray, reflect, go back over your notes, and come to an understanding of what the passage meant to those to whom it was originally communicated. On the right-hand side, there are tips to help you with this step. Once you have synthesized your findings and can explain what the meaning of the passage was to those to whom it was written, you have interpreted the meaning of the passage. That's not the end, though. Just knowing what it meant to those to whom it was written is not enough, but it will guide you in the next step, which is apply, act, and share. How does it apply to you? More than that, what changes will you make in your daily life that will reflect what you have learned? Finally, with whom will you share what you learned and the changes you have made? Read the tips for assistance. Record your plan, press Finish Study, title it, and save it. It's now in completed studies to review. You can also print a summary of your study. Use the navigation panel to return to the home page. We've walked through the full 11-step expository learning process, along with demonstrating how the chronological flowchart guides you through each stage. This video stays right there on the site. Anytime you need a refresher, just click the title of the flowchart and it'll play again to walk you through everything we just covered. You've seen the navigation, the note-taking, the Blue Letter Bible tools, and how it all comes together step by step. You now have everything you need to dive in confidently and use this site for your own Bible study. No guesswork, no shortcuts, just solid exegesis that builds real understanding. Let's do this.